As we close out week number 30 in Topps Project 70, it's very clear there's an artist out there that believes their brand is bigger than the players in this set. And will Alex Pardee at the end of the day end up as the #1 artist in Project 70? But this artwork from Andrew Theo is just pure. But welcome back to my channel. My name is Chris, otherwise known on Twitter and Instagram is @CRT_sportscards. And the website that you want to go to for everything related to Project 70 is my website, CRTsportscards.com. And because it is a Friday night, what does that mean? It means it is now time for you, the fan of Project 70, to vote for your top 5 cards from the week. And now I will have a link in the description below to where you can easily access the voting. On the front of that page is going to be the artist gallery of all 20 cards, and then below it is where you want to select your 5 favorite cards. Can we get to 100 or more people voting in this week's poll? Last week we had 75. I would love to get to 100. Also, if you do end up liking this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're also not subscribed to the channel and you love Project 70 or just want to know more about this set and card art overall, hit that subscribe button. It is also very unfortunate, again on a Friday, to not have the print runs from the Tuesday cards in Project 70. I really wish Topps was able to produce those results, because getting 12 print runs on Monday is not very fun for the fan. But you know what is exciting? Having an artist release a card today with a second chase card. Natural is now the very first artist in Project 70 with a second chase card, this time on his Bo Jackson. And because of that, I reached out to Jeff Heckman today at Topps with a couple of questions, trying to get some clarity on a couple of different topics, hoping to have some discussion here. The answers I got back, though, were really quick and short. Also, it is a Friday, so I completely get it. I simply said, #1, is Action Bronson and Blue the Great still in the set? He said yes. Now, when are we going to see their cards released next? Who really knows? It does feel like with both of those artists so far behind, it feels like we're going to have to get 2 per day for a couple of different weeks, but he did say they are still in the set as of today. Second here, because of Natural's double chase card, I said, are we going to see a chase card from every artist, or are we going to see double chase cards from artists? The only answer I got was potentially. So maybe we are not going to get a chase card from every artist. Maybe something like Natural's second chase card is going to take the slot of another artist's main chase card. We'll see how all this breaks down here in the future, but it was good to see, though, that Action Bronson and Blue the Great are still active in Project 70. And I also need Action Bronson to come back, because I need more 1971 Topps cards, because at the moment, no one is producing them. What happened to my love for 71 Topps? But on today in Project 70, what 4 cards ended the week? First up, we have Aaron Judge by Undefeated. Second here, we have Vladimir Guerrero Jr. by Ermsey. Third is Derek Jeter by Chuck Styles. And then fourth is that Bo Jackson by Natural with that football chase card. But now, which road should we go down first when it comes to these 4 cards? I will say one of these cards that released today, in my opinion, should have been released on Wednesday. I think that was a missed opportunity on the Topps part, but we'll get to that card here in a quick second. First up, let's go with Vlad Jr., this time by Ermsey. This was not the original design and card for Vlad Jr., but Ermsey, after submitting it, scrapped the idea after Steven in the Facebook group, I do not know the connection from Steven and Ermsey here, recommended to go with the Garbage Pail Kids card to go along with the Mike Trout. Now, I have never seen a second of Garbage Pail Kids. I've seen the card from the Topps website, so I don't understand anything about this card. I don't understand any of the references, but the one thing I do really like is now Ermsey is calling this his GPK subset. I do really like these little subsets happening in Project 70 because the set is so large. It keeps you ingrained and in sort of the mood with artists on certain cards. I will also say Ermsey today released his Ken Griffey Jr. companion card from Project 2020. And as someone who is not from Seattle, but who has lived here now for almost a decade, seeing the Kingdom on that card I thought was just absolutely fantastic. So check out Ermsey's website if you're a fan of that Griffey from Project 2020 because there are now a bunch of different versions of that signed companion card now available. I will also include the link to his shop in the description below, so check that out if you want to pick up one of those companion cards. But while Ermsey is now building a new subset series, this artist started us out on what I thought was a very, very cool and interesting subset called 3 Times Dope. But here is Undefeated with their newest player, Aaron Judge. But if you're like, I barely see the player, you're not alone here. Aaron Judge is probably as small as physically possible. And I don't understand with Undefeated right now. They clearly believe that their brand, which I have never heard of before Project 70, is greater than the player. And yes, I do understand it. The Undefeated logo has been on every single card. When you go back to 3 Times Dope, to Griffey, to Betts, to Willie Mays, it was on the background, but it was very, very faint. It was there, I get it. But now, you move to the last 3 cards, starting with the Mike Trout. Big red letters, Undefeated. And then Bellinger, Undefeated, up and down with a small Bellinger. But now, we have their logo huge in the middle, Aaron in the middle, and then you've got Undefeated at the bottom with the big Topps logo. I think what they should have done here, if they're really that big of a fan of their brand and their logo, I would have loved to have seen them release 18, 19 cards with certain years and then use that 5 symbol, that logo, and make that where the image could be in the card, but make it bigger. But I'm just kind of lost. I want to buy these cards for the player. I mean, if they release an Ichiro card, am I going to buy it? I don't really want an Undefeated card. I want an Ichiro card. And so this card, to me, is more about Undefeated than it is about Aaron Judge. But now there is no denying this next card. We know exactly who the player is. We know the inspiration behind it. And I also believe that even though this card was released on Friday at the end of the weekend Project 70, this card is the centerpiece of the week, and it should have been released on Wednesday when Derek Jeter was inducted into the Hall of Fame. But this is, of course, Jay-Z. You can take a look at it and you instantly recognize that is Jay-Z. But no, it is Derek Jeter. I will also say Chuck Styles released a sample of the card on the Facebook group. It was a white card with just a Yankee hat, and I will tell you, that needs to be a card by itself. That card is so simple, yet so complex at the same time. So maybe we will see that single hat logo, a card in the future, but on this Derek Jeter, this card just drips swag. This card is magnificent, and yes, I am fanboying over this Chuck Styles card, but it's because I've always viewed Jay-Z as the true American success story, what that man has built from nothing, the empire he now owns and commands. And when you take a look at what Jeter has done in his career, carving out just one heck of a career, and he is now a Hall of Famer. Hard work and dedication to your craft, those are the results that you can achieve. Also on this card, from a Project 70 perspective, this is from 2009 Topps. This is only the second card from 09, so it's great to see Chuck Styles give 09 Topps a little bit more love, because at the moment it had only been Crayola with his Ozzie Smith. But now ending the week for us, it is of course going to be that Bo Jackson by Natural. This is now the third artist in the set to tackle that very famous 1986 Topps baseball card of Bo Jackson. Keith Shore was first, followed by Andrew Thiel, and now we have the Natural card. In my opinion, the most simple, straightforward interpretation of the card yet. The Keyshaw one, of course, had the football pads on it. There is a rumor out there right now that Bo Jackson is refusing to sign that card because he didn't like the way it came out. We will see what happens in the coming months. But here is the best thing about this Bo Jackson. It is, of course, the fact that this is Natural's now second chase card in the set. You get the very first football card from Topps in many, many years. Yes, this is not licensed. There is no Raiders logo. There's no numbering on it. But there are going to be 86 copies of this card available, and I hope they ship with the base card. It's also a no hat special. This is the very first chase card that is a no hat card, and Natural said he wanted to make my no hat list. He didn't want to force it though, and for that I appreciate it. It's great to see this 1988 Topps Bo Jackson rookie card, now in Project 70 as a chase card for this Natural Bo Jackson. And also, if you look close enough on the actual base card, it's not there, but it's there, 34. So great way to celebrate Bo Jackson, the baseball player, also the football player. What a week it was in Project 70. I hope you go vote for your top 5 cards from the week. I'm excited to see what you all pick as your favorite card this week. With that, this will complete your Friday daily download for Topps Project 70. Hit that subscribe button so you're notified the moment I post up my Monday night video for week number 31. First up, we had I don't even remember the first card.